I feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me. Make it last forever. Stop in time. Yeah, I'll surrender it. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
For the trading, but stay for the fun. Happy trading, everyone. My name is Xauusd, and welcome to some live session here with me on Twitch for Asia session. This is the ones, and it's the first time actually I'm live doing the Asia session. I've been live doing the New York session most of the time, and we always get stuck in consolidation. So we want to try out now to see if the Asia session is going to be any different. Hello, Maxi. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are ready for some trading. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm really excited to see, like, do we actually catch the move on the ACS session, or are we also going to be stuck in consolidation here? From what I understand is that the real ACS session opened 38 minutes ago, and then it takes like 1 hour to develop. So around 3 a.m., 3:30 for me is when I start to see price moving. And that's exactly where we are at right now. We are at 38. So in about like 22 minutes, we're going to see which direction price is going to go. And then we can see in the next 1 to 2 hours if we can reach our target. So yeah, it's very exciting. How are you, bro? Hey, Mohao. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm just a little bit less energetic and a little bit less noisy because my wife is sleeping. So I don't want to make too much noise, but we can still have fun and enjoy and still have some sounds here. Let's see here.
It's so big!
It's still working. Still working. So yeah, let's see how's it going. Gonna go on here. So what I'm looking for here is to see price can respect my midpoint here that we marked out here, just above the 50 level. I would like to see price stay here below and slowly come down either into the fair value gap here or come all the way down here to sweep 30. That will be a really good start of this stream if that can happen. So what I'm waiting for now is to see if this 15-minute will close bearish. Once it does, then I'm waiting for price to come up and sweep the high, and then we could maybe come down here, right? So let's see how it goes. On the daily, I'm very well aware that the daily has opened from the order block here and that we might see price come high up here, but I would expect price to come down and sweep this low first at 83, which will take me down to my initial buy at 76. So yeah, let's see how it's gonna develop. But for now, 8 hour looks pretty damn bearish. We got a 2 top wicks here, really nice here, and then price left this fair value gap. We sold during the VIP earlier, and we're moving into profit. 6 hour and 4 hour also looks like it's very bearish. We got that missing top wick right there. That's something I'm looking forward for. And then I'm looking at these lows here as well, right? So the hourly started pushing up a little bit, but it seems like after sweeping this high here, the price came down again, and now it's about to close bearish here. So let's see here this 30-minute and 15-minute how it's gonna develop. Hello, boss. Are we looking for buy or sell? No idea yet. Hey, Obits. First time I catch you on the Asia system. How's it going? Hey, Noise. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this is the first time I'm live on Asia session. Normally, I would go live for the for the Twitch New York session, but since we always get stuck in consolidation, I would like to see what the Asia session has to offer. So this week and probably also next week, we're gonna be doing Asia session, and then I will see what I like the most and if there's any changes or if there's any development. But I'm also well aware that in a few weeks, or if not a month, then we should have the low in on gold, and then we should start to move up. And from there, I know Asia season is going to be crazy when it's going to be all-time highs. That's also very exciting. Welcome to Asia, bitch. VIP did, yep. Hello, I'm happy to join the stream. Hello, Sedans. You doing well? Let's see here, guys, if we can get our movement here. So far, we're still below the midpoint here. I would like to see how this 15 is going to close. If the 15 is going to close like this, waiting for that sweep, and then see if we can come down here, right? Let's see here how it's going to close. It closes in 3 minutes. You seem so tired? No, I'm not tired at all. But I have to be quiet because my wife is sleeping, bro. You know, for me, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, 2:43 a.m. in the morning. Hello, happy to join the stream. You're welcome, you're welcome. Good morning, let's see how this plays out. Hey Lee, how's it going? The hourly candle looks like the anchor candle. Cool. Let's see. Let's here. So far it looking like we are coming into this low here. I'm just waiting to see here if this 15 is gonna close bearish. Did you say wait for sweep? Possibly. It depends on how we're closing. If we close below here, no, then we don't have to wait for sweep. If we come up here and sweep this, and then we come down here, then yes. So if price closes here, yes, and then I'm waiting for that sweep. Here also, don't feel alone. Everyone is dreaming of me. Hey, Obits, where's is that lows before it rally up? I'm expecting price to come down to my buy zone at the 76. However, I don't know if it's gonna happen during the Asia session because I'm not familiar with the Asia session since I haven't been live during the Asia session before. But usually what I see is that Asia session moves, unlike New York session. So I'm expecting either a sweep above here, and then we can continue down here, or we close above and then we can rally from there because the daily looks very, very bullish from the previous order block here. So I want to see how price develops. Either comes up and closes above and then can continue up here, or it comes down here, right? So this is the 15 I'm gonna sell from. I watched Asia a few times lately. It seems like the move at 10 p.m. for me. So in 15 minutes, yeah, that's also what I'm expecting. As I said, I'm going live here this time at 2:30 my time because that is 30 minutes before the Asia session usually starts to move. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Sleepy Party VIP yesterday. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice, Gender. 3,976. That is my buy zone, yes. Hello, Obi. It says adios. Did you trade before the news earlier? Yes, we traded in a VIP session. We sold. We sold up here, bro. Doesn't really matter to tell you now because the move already happened. But yeah, we sold here at 77, right here, and took it all the way down. Unfortunately, we haven't hit TB2 yet, but it might come, it might not. Let's see. But yeah, Gender, it's always like that. Like New York session always goes so freaking slow. I don't know what it is, but it's like New York session is so boring. So I'm expecting this 15 to give us the answer. Either we close above or we sweep and close below. Let's see. But yeah, Jace, we traded in VIP earlier. We did. We did. Let's see. $13 here. Nice. I'm from the Philippines. I gained some from the bullish candle. Nice. So you bought here or between 43 or 50 or something like that after the news, I guess, because the news happened here. This was the news basically. Oh, you mean this one? You mean the CPI? You mean this one? Did you buy here? Like, just what was your confirmation? Like, I know most of the time the news goes up, but it's just, I mean, it's a gamble, right? Like, if the numbers has been indifferent, it could have come down here and swept you out. But yeah, I didn't buy this. No, I didn't want to gamble on the news. But after the news or during the news here, we sold down there. But no, we didn't buy this. I was gonna buy from down here. At what was it, 94? I think. Yeah, 94. Before your trades, before the news, yes. Okay. Just 4,077. You mean up? 4,077 is here, bro. This is the sell we did. This is the CPI news. If you bought here, I mean, you gained a lot of profit. I'm happy for you, but it's a gamble for me if you bought here. But if you bought like because you closed above here, I mean, then you had some confirmation, right? But yeah, I still wouldn't like trade before the news or just in the beginning of the news. The reason why we sold here is because price didn't manage to break 4,100, and then print price came down and closed bearish like this. This was a very bearish candle for me, so I sold, and then we went into consolidation with Twitch. Sorry, with the previous Twitch stream, it would have been a Twitch stream just consolidating again. But luckily, we were not on Twitch stream. We were just in VIP, so we waited patiently and we came down. So yeah. Let's see, guys. 10 minutes. 4,016. I mean, okay. Hey, Obits, why do you think it will not come further down? Hey, Daddy, I didn't say that it wouldn't come further down. I didn't say anything. I said I'm waiting for price to either close above or waiting for price to close here. If it closes here, then I'm expecting price to sweep and then come down. If it goes above and closes here, then I'm expecting price to continue up. I don't have any bias, bro. If I want to buy, I want to buy at 3,976. But I can sell anywhere here. No, I mean the lows at 3,976. Or why I don't think it will come further down than that. Well, go to the daily, bro. Like, does this seem bearish to you? I mean, you got a low here, 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 you got a low here. Right? The only thing you need in order for you to go up to 5,000, in my personal opinion, is just to come down and sweep this low. And what do you have down here? You have these other lows. This is your demand zone. So for me, 76 seems like a good place. If price wants to come down to this low here, then it's going to be 60. But 76 or 60 is not going to change anything for me. 150 pips, 200 pips, it doesn't change anything. I'm going to buy anyway. Price can come down to 76, but price can also come down to 60. It's the same trade for me. Are we buying? We are waiting to see how price is going to close. As I said, if we close down here, I'm expecting price to come up and sweep this and then come down. If price closes above, I'm expecting price to continue up. Gold is sleeping as of the moment, lol. I mean, it's not sleeping. It's waiting for Asia session to really pump in, right? Like, it's like in 7 minutes, price usually moves. That's what I have experienced. But nothing really happens between market closure and then until the first 3 hours of Asia. That's what I have experienced. I'm not so familiar with Asia session, guys. But that's just what I have experienced. Let's see. Six minutes, guys. 6 minutes. Always when the price hits 3,976, are you buying at the price or will you wait for the type of confirmation? I can't answer you that because that will tell you like what I'm gonna do with VIP. And if you are not a part of the VIP, like it wouldn't be fair to them, you know? It wouldn't be fair to them. Let's see. But you can like anything below 4,000, bro. You can start layering buys like that. That's what I do. That's what I do. I bought again here when we came down below 4,000, and I'm gonna buy again when we come below 4,000. I don't think we can come down further for now. If we do, it's going to be a big catalyst. It's going to be something like the PPI numbers is going to be totally off. But the CPI numbers were already in favor of gold. So, I mean, there's no reason for price to go further down, you know? Okay, so we got that top wick taken out here now. Let's see how price closes. We got 5 more minutes. CPI was good, yeah. Yeah, CPI was really good for gold. So we came down here after. For me, that is just liquidity, and that is just like the market makers and the institutions and the banks. They want to accumulate more buys because otherwise you would just have continued up. If this was the rally to the upside, then you would just have continued up. There's no reason for us to come down here again if the idea now is that price is going to go up to 5,000. That's why I still have my buys below 4,000. Because I'm expecting price to come down there. And as you see here, we swept here as I talked to you about. And I said to you, if it closed below here, we should sweep this and then come down. But if it closed above here, we can look for buys, right? So for now, we have swept the high here. And now I'm waiting to see if price is going to come back down here. 4 minutes. Three more minutes, guys. How do you know that's the high? I didn't say it's the high. I said if price closes above here, then I will buy. If price closes below and have swept this high, then I will sell. It's that simple. I'm not looking for what's the high or anything like that. I'm just looking like, are we gonna close above or are we gonna close below? For me, daily is bullish here, tapping the order block. 12 hour created a fair value gap, and you know you need to close the 12 hour to come down into the fair value gap. 8 hour is closing bullish here. 6 hours closing bullish here. 4 hours it kind of looking like it's making an order block. Also, there's a missing top wick up here. Hourly is pushing. 30-minute is pushing here, and you got a good top wick, bottom wick, and 15-minute doesn't have a bottom wick. So that's the thing. If you close bullish above here, then you're closing above my midpoint, which will take you to the sell zone. And the sell zone is up here, around 80. So price could move up from here. And since we don't have any fair value gap or anything stopping gold, I think the next target would be 67. All right. Let's see. So it seems like price is closing above. So get ready, guys. Let's see. 1 minute. And there it is. It just closed. So I will have a buy stop above here. Stop loss is going to be below here. So buy stop is going to be buy stop here at 61. 4,061. Stop loss is going to be below the low. In this case, we have missing bottom wicks here. So what I will do is I will put my stop loss below here. This is 61. So that's 100 pips. That will be 51. That will be 41, right? But since we don't have to put it all the way down here because I don't see any reason why I should come down here now, then I will put it at 46. I'll put it here. And I'll take it up all the way here. And there we go. We're in. Guys, are you in the trade? So 46 TP is going to be 4,080. And the next TP is going to be 4,120. Let's see. Let's see what happens. See what happens. So if we tap here again, that is where we broke out. Then it would be like this. Bounce here like that. But I remind you, we have no bottom wick here. We have no bottom wick here. So if price just skyrocket up into this fair value gap and closes above, that's really nice. If price wants to come down and grab some more bottom wicks, that's also okay. But we have stop loss all the way down here. So hopefully we can just skyrocket up here now. Come up here to 76 and then potentially the TP of 80, right? So let's see. Let's see, guys. In at 60.15. Nice. Okay, it's tapping here again. Right there. Tapping now. Let's see. Do we get a reaction? And here comes the reaction. Right there. Can we flip it and push all the way up? And close above 63? Not yet. Let's see. Put it here. Okay. Are we about to flip here, guys? I think we're about to flip. Let's see. So annoying that it just wicked us in here. I made it as a buy stop to make sure that we wouldn't get in unless price actually pumped and pushed up, right? But instead it took these buy stop and then it went down here. But it's okay. As I told you guys, we have missing bottom wick here. We have missing bottom wick here. So for me, unless price comes down and break this low and then comes down and hit the stop loss, then it's okay. Then it's totally fine. Let's see how this candle is gonna reject from here. Have the 50%, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Are we gonna flip here? Looks like it. See? Okay, here comes the flip, I think. Yeah. So sellers getting in here or here, and then price wicks up, flips. Now we want to come up and fill this wick here and close above this high here, and then eventually come up to the fair value gap. Let's see. First 5 minutes has gone by here. So it should start to move now. Let's see. Are we buying? Yes, we are buying. We are buying. You see that, guys? It's so annoying. Like, it literally came up and took me in the trade. I even put the buy stop above this high, right? And it still tapped me in. So we could have gotten a much better entry here at 57, or like waited for the candle to close. But it was already free, and the price closed above my midpoint. So we should push from there. We should come up to at least the fair value gap. Also, we didn't grab that missing top wick there at 63. We also didn't come up to the 0.618 level there. I think this is just like a little bit more liquidity. It should flip. So I think we just have to wait patiently and mark this as the retest of the candle. So it should start to push now, guys. Let's see. Volume is coming in. You still okay, guys? Let's see. 2 minutes after the 5-minute closure. Should start to move now. There's a small fair value gap at 59. I think it's testing it. There's probably also a bunch of small fair value gaps on the 1 minute and the 5 minute, but like that's not our purpose. That's not the important part for me. For me, it has more value that the daily has flipped bullish right there, and that the 12-hour has a fair value gap below it. 8-hour is coming up to the 50% of the previous candle. 6-hour and 4 hours pushing. We have a missing top wick. We haven't tapped into the golden zone here. And 1 hour has a fair value gap here. 30 minutes has the fair value gap here, and the 50-minute also has a fair value gap there. So for me, it's more important with the higher time frame. Like small, tiny fair value gap here, like it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. But yeah, of course, every single fair value gap matters, but it's just, I think a 1 hour fair value gap is more important than a 50-minute tiny fair value gap. But I mean, clearly not. Let's see. So the idea for this trade, guys, would be to buy up here, then sell down, right? That would be the idea. Not really looking for buys above 4,000. I just simply wanted to take it up to the fair value gap and see how high the top wick is going to be. And then I would wait for bearish confirmation. And once I get that, we could sell it down, right? You're not going to tell me that we're also going to have like consolidation during the HS session, right? The worst thing that can happen here, guys, is that price is waiting for the PPI news, like price was waiting for CPI last night. That's also why like I didn't go live for the first Asia session from Monday to Tuesday. You know, normally I wouldn't go live Monday either way, so it makes sense. But price were waiting for CPI to happen, so nothing really happened during the Asia session. Um, so I was like, I was like a little bit worried that maybe the first Asia session we have here together, that price might not move as much because it's waiting for PPI. Um, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we're still gonna see some moves. So we already came down. We swept this. We found some support here. Tapped into the demand zone. Retested multiple times. Held the level, and then came up, closed above, and then retested, and then closed above again. Right. So let's see. What's your take on PPI tomorrow? I want price to come down to my buy zone at 3,976, and then I'm expecting price to, regardless of the news, to just skyrocket, like to come up and close above 4,100, 4,200, and then continue from there. If it doesn't happen now, then I don't know when it's gonna happen, because it's like we got the news with its CPI, right? We know that the Fed is printing money. We already came down, swept 4,000. There's no reason for us to come down to 3,500 now. We are about to get into the August month, where usually that's where you see price come back up to its levels. And then, you know, from September, October, November, December, that's the rally, you know, on gold, typical rallies, right? Especially December and November, that's like crazy rally. Like, I think we're gonna be at like 7,000 or 8,000, or I don't even know anymore. Like, because this was a huge correction, and when you have such a big correction, not a crash again. Let me remind you, it's not a crash because we didn't crash 60% or 50% or 70% or 80%, right? We corrected 30%, right? And that's a correction. So when you have those kind of corrections, usually you come back up to the all-time high, and then you continue being bullish from there. And since the Fed is printing money, since there is big economical like issues, and since oil going back to where it was before, then I think the war should have the same impact on gold as it had before. Prior to that, you know that every time there will be war, you will see price skyrocket, right? So and the past few months, every time there's been a war, price has been going down on gold, and that's mostly due to um, the transfer of money, of funds from the DXY into other assets, and you know, away from gold, right? Because before, whenever price was searching um, on on gold, it would be because the DXY was going down, because there would be war, right? And you will see gold be the safe haven. But it's been acting like not the safe haven, and more like, oh, we need to take the money out from the safe haven that we got. So let's say some people made a lot of money doing the safe haven, doing the rally on gold, and they take out that funds that were protected to them, right? That they have been saving up, that they have been making a lot of money from the rally from 2,000 up to 4,000, 5,000. I think they took out those savings, and then money was transferred, right? So yeah, for me, the whole correction of 30% is about to end. We're at the lows, and we just need to, you know, bottom it out, right? Before we can have that local low and then come up to 5,000, and then price can make a decision. Do we print as much money, and are we going back to rate cuts, and is Kevin Watt showing his true color again? And then we're gonna see price skyrocket and go back to the all-time highs, right? That's the thing. Like, as soon as we have like just the smallest like indication that now rate cuts is in the play, then we will see gold skyrocket again. Is it every 4Q rally up? Yeah, mostly like Q1 is the most weakest point for gold, and then Q2 starts to consolidate. Q3 is when you start to price accumulate for buys again, and then Q4 is when price starts like flying up again, right? You trade news? We traded news earlier today when there was CPI. After the news, we were already in trades, so I guess we traded news because we were trading halfway through the news. So yeah, I do trade news, but I don't trade it on the spot. Like I didn't buy here and say like, oh, CPI is gonna be bullish for gold, so we're gonna buy. Like we could have bought because the numbers were shown, right, that it will be bullish for gold, but you never know until the numbers are out, right? That's why it's called like buy the rumor, sell the news, or sell the news, buy the rumor, right? Like it's a prediction. It's like we're expecting it to be this way, and we are making assumptions, right? But you never really know until the numbers are out. That's also why when you see headlines, you have to be very, very careful, right? Because even though there's been more, more war, actually gold haven't been going much further back. Like, right? If this just was war and price would fall down in price and retrace down every single time there's war, like you would see gold be like at 2000 now, right? Because there's been going so many things have been happening, right? And the Iran US situation is not really ending, right? So that's why I'm like, yeah, we go a little bit down here and there, but it's not like when the actual war started, right? So let's see, guys. 4 hour start coming a bit down here now. Flipping a little bit on the hourly, flipping a little bit on the 30-minute and the 15-minute. We do see now that even though price closed above here, price came back down again. So I'm curious to see here, guys, is this going to be the sweep and then are we going to move up from here? Or are we going to see a bearish closure? If we do see a bearish closure below here, then I would expect that price is still respecting my line and then that we can, sell instead, right? But for now, just wait it out. We still have a sweep here and now price moves up again. So the first 30 minutes here of the Asia session here is consolidating and I don't like it because it's like the same as um Twitch stream on doing the New York session. I thought it would be moving more, but I guess price is waiting for PPI news. Laughed my ass out. I'd placed dozens of sells and buy stops with micro lots before the news and made 300 bucks. Ha, so cool. Well, I mean, congrats to you, bro, but like if you just buy based off the numbers here, right? I mean, yes, the numbers came out as expected, lower than the forecast, which is very bad for USD, which is very good for gold. But if these numbers were different and you had stop loss here or here or here or here, like you would have hit it, because the same thing would have happened the opposite direction, right? That's why my idea was actually for CPI to maybe have fake news to come down, reach my target, and then flip and become bullish, right? So I had a buy limit down here, ready for that, but didn't happen. So instead, we waited, and then we sold at 77 instead. So you bought here, took it up, and I sold here and took it down. So we both won, but I just waited a little bit more for price to develop. So yeah, but I'm happy for you that you made money. But for me, it's a gamble to just buy gold, like because it's gonna be bearish for USD, But yeah, so annoying with this buy stop, guys. It literally just came up and took us in. If we placed it just a slightly bigger, then we could have waited for price to come up here, close here, and then get in here at 58 instead. But I mean, 61 or 58, it's not going to make a huge difference. I would still put my stop loss protected down here, right? I wouldn't put my stop loss here because I know that there's a missing bottom wick there, right? I have to see how this 15 is going to close, guys. If it starts closing very bearish, well, then I will probably get in for the sell instead. Yeah, it looks like price is starting to move now. So let's wait for this 15 minutes to close here, guys. So it looks like even though we got a little bit of a push up here, we came down here again. So I'm very interested to see here if this 15 is going to close below here, or if it's going to come back up and go above my line. Because right now it's all about, like, are we respecting the triangle formation below and coming down, and then the next low will be, you know, down here, right? Or are we actually just grabbing liquidity, coming back up again and using it as a support, as a trampoline to come up? As you can see, it's very difficult for price to come down here, even though it's like trying multiple times. There's something stopping it here at 50, right? 50 is also psychology level, but I'm not happy with you know, a missing bottom wick here. So let's see. Let's see how this 15 is going to close. I did gamble my 20 bucks. Oh, so you gambled those 20 bucks and you made 300 bucks. How do you identify psychology levels? Well, every single round number is a psychology level, because that's just the human nature, right? Like, if you think about a number, you always want to round it up or you want to round it down. So in any psychology, like 0 to 10, well, you would be trying to sell from 0 0, or you would try to be buying from 0 0 to 0 to 10. And from 10, you would be trying to sell from 10, and you want to buy to above to 20, right? And from 20, you want to buy to 30, and etc. etc. So people trying to sell below 0 0, people trying to buy above 0 0. So all you got to do is just identify how much those psychology levels are being respected. So you can see here, price came down and closed below 50, but that was a fake out, you see. We came down to 43, didn't close at 40, didn't close at 30, didn't close below all these numbers. It closed below 50, then came straight up again above 50, then came down below 50, then came up above 50, and then came down below 50, and now came up above 50, right? And as you notice, we didn't close above 60. We closed at 59. So price is now respecting between 50 and 60. So now it's a war between the psychology level of 50 closing above 60, or it's a war between closing below 60, taking it down to 50, and then closing below 50 to go to 40. So every single time you see round numbers, and the higher the round numbers get, the bigger the psychology is going to be, right? There's a difference between trading 10 and trading 100 and trading 1000. When you see gold at 1000 and then 2000 and then 3000 and then 4000 and then 5000, you know that this number is much, much stronger than seeing 0, 0, 10, 20, or 100, 200, 300, right? It has much more impact. You have seen we have been 1,000 times we have been using 3,000 as an anchor, as a you know, a platform to go to 4,000, and then before we could get to 5,000, then we had to get back down to 3,000 multiple times, and then before going to 5,000, we had to get down to 4,000 multiple times, and now again we're above 5,000, but then we came back to 4,000 and even swept 4,000, and that's why I'm saying, like, I don't personally think we can go down to 3,000 or 3,500, because I think the whole idea with this was that the psychology number of 5,000 got swept up to the 50% or the 0.618 level, which is 5,500 to 5,600, right? That will be the psychology level of, you know, 0.681 level, right? Because if you take a Fibonacci and you go from here to here, for example, right? This is your 50%, this is your 0.618 level. So 5,610, right? That's the 0.618 level, right? And guess where price rejected? Not at 610, but at 5,600. So just below the psychology level of 0.618 level. So once it got there, it came down to test the 50%. And once it came down below that, it came back down to 5,000. Now, when price then is fighting from 5,000 to 5,600, we lost 5,000 and now we eventually came down to retest 4,000. Now we're sweeping 4,000, but we're staying above 4,000, going up to 5,000 again. So that's what I mean about psychology levels. It's always like in the human mind, it's like 0, 0, 100, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And then when gold one day is going to go to 100,000, I'm telling you, it's going to be the same thing as Bitcoin, right? 100,000 is going to be the biggest level. And then you're going to sweep 77,000 to 79,000 multiple times before you're going to come up above 100,000. And then you're going to go to 110,000 and then you're going to sweep 100,000 again. And then eventually 120,000 and then sweep 100,000 again. Exactly the same thing that happened to Bitcoin, right? Price came up here, right? Price came up here. And then it swept 100,000, right? Came up here. Look at this. Came up to 99,000. You see that? How many times did we go to 99,000, right? Right? 99,000 didn't take off 100,000. 99,000, 99,000, 9,000. Eventually it came up to 100,000, swept it, then came back down below again. So now it's a fight between 99,000 and 101,000, right? And then boom, again, came up to 110,000. 110,000. Guess what? It didn't reach it. And then we came back down again, right? Again and again and again. And then eventually it finally came up to 120,000. And guess where it came up to? Came up to 120,000, 122,000, 124,000, and then 123,000, and then down again, right? Same thing all the time. Every single time. Always psychology level, psychology level, psychology level. And of course, when we are looking at a lower time frame, the psychology level is going to be on a lower and lower and lower and lower like level, right? So it depends on if you're scalping or doing day trading or intraday trading. Very, very interesting. I've always been using these levels as my buy zone and my sell zone and all that. I don't really have like, this kind of what do you call it, like oh, this is the support, so I'm gonna put my stop loss below here, like we went in for a buy here. Okay, I'm gonna put my stop loss here. I would have been taken out here, right? If I bought here and I took my stop loss here, I would have been out now. I'm not out yet because I put my stop loss down here. Most people will put their stop loss here or here or here, right? Because that's the low on the 5 minute or the 1 minute. But I'm not trading on those levels, right? So for me, the most important thing here is that are we holding 50 or are we losing 50? And right now we are holding 50. Again, psychology levels come to rescue. 52, 52, 50, 51, right? Holding that level. So for me, are we now coming up above 60 or are we staying below 60? And then are we coming above 60 and are we coming back to 50, right? Eventually we will make our way up to 70, hitting our first target, and then maybe we can come up and sweep these highs here, right? So yeah, that's how I operate. Like I don't look at, all this nonsense on 1 minute and 5 minute time frame. I only look at the higher time frame. But at the end of the day, the whole thing is built up upon the human psychology, right? So don't be surprised if it goes to 2K. Of course it will go to 2K. Eventually it will go to 2K, bro. But I believe we have to go to 5,000 first. And probably also 6,000. Hey, in Asia session? Yes, Isaac. We are trading the Asia session. We are trading the Asia session. Right now here. And we're currently waiting to see if price can close below here or if price is going to come back up above my level, right? Currently, we are rejecting my midpoint here. Well, then scalping is also important to identify. Yeah, if you're a scalper, of course it's important. Of course it's important. Of course it's important. But when you're scalping, you have less stop. You have much much smaller stop loss, and you have much smaller TP as well. So guys, coming down here to 50 again. Are we holding 50 again, or are we coming down below? Again, price swept 50, 2, and came down to 51. Let's see, are we coming down to grab that missing bottom wick right here, 51? And then are we holding 50? Let's see. Gold is in a downtrend now. No higher until it gains 4,330 on daily, weekly, short prints, longs, or scalps. Let's see. Guys, it came down to 50 here. Are we losing 50? Let's see. Let's see. See. We got stop loss at 46, guys. 46 here. Okay. 4 hours starting to flip. 30 minutes starting to flip. If we close below here, guys, I'm going to close the buy and get in for a sell. It seems like we were trying to break out here, but then eventually we didn't create a higher high, but instead we created a lower low and then a lower high. But let's see. We're still holding 50, as you can see. We swept it again. Swept just 50 and then came back up again. Again, we are holding the level. Let's see. 30-minute just closed here and 30-minute closed at 54. So we didn't break 50 on the 30, but we are breaking it on the 15. So let's see here. Still holding 50. We have that missing top wick here. See? Yeah, but it's okay, Isaac. If price comes down here and closes below, I'm gonna get out of my sell and I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get out of my buy and I'm gonna get in for a sell. But I have to see if price is still respecting 50. Okay. Here we are, 49. Let's see. Are we still respecting 50? Nope, price is coming down here. Let's see. Seems like we're about to lose 50 here, guys. Yeah, we lost 50. All right, let's see. We're at the order block right here. This is the last. This is why I put my stop loss down here. Right here at 46. Where is it? This 46 is right here. There it is, right there. The reason why I put my stop loss here is below. This is the order block right there. So this would be the last. This would be the last pillar to hold my trade. If price comes up now, has swept all this, and then comes back up above 50. Let's see. If it doesn't, I hit my stop loss and I will get in for a sell instead. Again, still holding 50. Let's see. 15 haven't closed yet, guys. So it could have been a big sweep all the way down to the order block there. Now let's see if price is going to close below or above 50. So far we're at 49. We haven't hit stop loss, guys. That's why I put my 46 there. Probably you would put your stop loss here, or you would put it here or whatever. Like, Put it all the way down below here. Came down to 47.1. Let's see. If 15 closes below here, guys, then I'm gonna get in for a sell instead. See? So at the order block, let's see. Okay, seems like I'm gonna hit my stop loss there, guys. And here we go. There it is. All right, I'm waiting for the 15 minutes to close. And then we can get in for a sell. So we did respect the trend line here. I was expecting price to come up to the fair value gap first because you have that 15-minute and 1-hour fair value gap right here. We didn't. We came down. We flipped here. So we came down. We held this low here, held the support. Price came up to about this order block here, went into the fair value gap, respected the order block, flipped down below my trend zone here, and respected the trend line and went down. So the sell we're gonna do, yeah, that will be sells as trend line will also break. Were you in a trade? Yes, I was in a trade and hit stop loss. So if we come up again here to this top wick here, I would get in for the sell. If we don't, then I have to wait for the 15 minutes to close. What do you recommend doing when scalping? When I don't really scalp, bro. Like I guess you could say this one had a like smaller stop loss, so it could be a scalp or like a little bigger like intraday trade. But for me, if I have to scalp, I have to look at the 1 minute and 5 minute, and I don't really like it because there's a lot of things going on in the 1 minute and 5 minute. There's a lot of manipulation going on. It's a wild west in there, right? So let's see here, guys. Once this 15 closes, I would wait for the top wick. I would love for price to come back up here again, where the trend line got respected. See? So we could come down to my level. We could come down to the 3,976 level. Could happen tonight. We'll have to wait and see. The first 30 minutes of the Asia session has happened, so I would like to see a breakdown below here now, since we're respecting the trend line. So I need to see how this 15 is going to close. Here, price is closing in 6 minutes, guys. Just because gold is in a downtrend, Elko, doesn't mean that it doesn't go up. Like gold was also at 2,000 at some point, and it was just consolidating for years, and then suddenly it broke out to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. When we were at 3,000, we also came up to 4,000. Then we came all the way down again and retested 3,000. So for me, it's not that simple. Okay, look at that sell-off. Holy. I think we're hitting TP2 in VIP. 2 seconds, guys. I have to update VIP. Let's see. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. We're almost there. 32 is right there. 32 is right there. So, as I said in the beginning of the stream, we went into a sell at 77. I was simply just buying up here to come up into the fair value gap and then continue down. But we didn't come down and we didn't come up and retest this. We actually didn't manage to come up and retest this. And our BE for the sells was at 70. So far, we are breaking down here. We are also probably closing below here. But once this closes, I would like to see a retest. If we don't get a retest, it's going to be difficult to get in. I'm not going to chase this, guys. Were you already in a sell? We were in a sell from 77 in VIP. I can show you this. In case you don't believe it. See? You can see here. 77. Right there. Doing the Fed meeting. TB1, 58. TB2 is going to be 32. So we're moving. Okay, let's see. But yeah, guys, I cannot chase this. I simply cannot chase this. I have to wait for price to close bearish, and then I would sell on the top wick. We have a missing top wick here, and we got a tiny 15-minute fair value gap here. So let's see. This is the EMA. How to join VIP, sir? You can reach out to my team. Reach out to my team, my friend. Okay. Let's see if we hit TP2 in VIP. If you could get something like this, that would be really, really nice. But I don't think price will allow that. Depends. Huge sell-off is happening here. We're closing below or above the EMA right there. The missing top wick is around 51. 54, yeah, 54 right there. If I remove this Jacquard, then you can see it a little bit easier. Oh, right there. See that? Right there. 54. It's not that simple, Isaac. Like my only buy is gonna be down here. I'm selling down to this point here. I've been selling all the way, you know, since we were here, right? Selling again, selling again, selling again, selling again, all the way down. But I'm not really interested in buys until we come down to my buy zone, to be honest. And my buy zone is down here. So the reason why I was buying here was because it broke my trend line and it closed above my midpoint. So I just wanted to buy up to this missing fair value gap here. There was a fair value gap here on the 30-minute and the hourly. And we also didn't test the order block here. That's why I went in. We did close below the MA. The price we're consolidating here, then went lower. Price we're consolidating here and then went lower. Yeah. So it looked like we were breaking the trend, but we didn't. We were holding the trend line. So very interesting. We still have that hourly gap. We still have this high. Price is closing the prior fair value gap. Yeah, but not. It's not done yet. My TP at 32, 33 here is the full closure. And then you also have a missing, like you have like a mini fair value gap here. El Bandito on the hourly. Like the 15 you saw there. There was a mini 15-minute fair value gap, and then price just reacted to that one. At the same time, it respected the trend line and went down. Does the 101 have a certain time for lessons? Yeah, no, like you have to book the time yourself. So you have to agree with me like what time would work best. Like I would always try to figure out what works best for you. But of course I have my own schedule as well, and I have my wife and my family, right? And so yeah, I have to work around your time, but I also have to respect my own boundaries, right? So probably we will figure out like a time that suits both of us. But I will always try to work around what works best for you, because you are the one like initiating the meeting, right? And you're the one paying as well. That's your money, man. So of course I don't want to waste it. London also shows some massive candles. London. like here was consolidation, but yeah, here we started moving bullish candles, and then we had the news coming in here. Yeah. Seems like we're respecting the EMA for now, but I cannot sell here because it's my buy zone. Buy zone. We're respecting the EMA. This price will come down and fill the entire fair value gap here. Hope we can both hit TP2 and VIP and then also come up to 54 to take this sell. It annoys me that we got spiked in here because we wouldn't have been in this trade if I just put it like a little bit higher. We were so close to not be in the trade because I put it at 62. I wanted to put it 63, but I was like, oh, we don't want to get too high up so that the protected low here will be too big of a stop loss. And then it did close above my zone. It did close above it. But it reacted from the 15-minute fair value gap and came up here to the top and then rejected from it and came down. And then when I wanted to wait for a 15-minute closure to sell, then I didn't get it. It just went straight down to the stop loss. So now we would have to wait for this in order for us to sell, which probably is going to take a lot of time. Brother. So sell would be around 50, right? But it's going to take some time. Hourly is about to close. It's going to close in 6 minutes. So that's going to be various closure below this low. When this candle closes, we get a massive fair value gap. The price comes all the way up and fills that fair value gap and creates that top wick. Will be a really good selling opportunity. Okay, I will hold you to that, Isaac. I will hold you to that. So 45 to 42. So, so this is where you want price to come up to and then retest and then come down there. I would like for price to come up here to 54, 55 and then go down from there. Or just come straight down to my buy zone so I can buy up. That's also fine. Let's see. How it's reacting to my buy zone. Okay, we're at my buy zone now, so let's see if it respects 30 to 36. On the dot. The T. T. Hey, Mohin. How's it going? 15 close bears there, guys. Let's see. Now the 15 has closed, so that means we can come up and retest the 50-minute fair value gap. Good, thanks, and you? Great to see you in Asia. Yeah, we're trying here, Moin. I'm not used to Asia, so I figured that I wanted to see like how it's going. And usually we're stuck in consolidation doing the New York session. So we're trying now. 1 hour ago, price started to move. Currently, we have been having a big candle to the downside here. We're at my buy zone here now, so I want to see if price can come up here into this Fabry gap and fill it and then come down from there, right? We have to see how price is going to react in the 15-minute Fabry gap first. And if we can take a buy here as well. Yeah. Let's see. Bullish here. I watched the Kevin Walsh testament earlier today with the VIP group with the team. Looks like gonna close bullish. Come back up to fill that Fabry gap. See, guys. So yeah, I tapped into my buy zone there. And then we started moving up here. Now we have to see here if it's respecting the EMA here. And if it's just reacting to the Fabry gap or it's going to come up and fill it so we can get in for the sell up here. Let's see. Hey, good morning here in the Philippines, Obits. Hello, Babsi. Are we doing well? Let's see here, guys. About to close in 6 minutes. Doing great. Let's go. Let's go. We're waiting for our entry, Babsi, around 50 to 54. Hopefully, we can come up through the fair value gap here, tap the top here, and then continue dumping here. Okay, guys, we're moving here. 5 minutes.
Get shit on, brother.
Hey, Quagod. Nice to see live stream. Hope you're doing well. We're currently waiting for price to come up and fill this fair value gap so we can sell it down. Okay, it got rejected by the EMA guys. So if price starts flipping now, then we could take it down. See, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Market is avoiding fair value gap. It might be watching your live stream. It's also avoiding your 45 to 42.8 level. Came up to 42.4. You also consider RSI in your trading analysis? Yes, on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, not on the lower time frame. Let's see. One minute. $50 just closed bearish again. What RSI levels would you consider oversold or overbought? Usually it's 30, 70, right? Or with gold movement recently, it's like going to the extreme. Uh, um, on the daily, I would consider 50 as the midpoint. So below 50 would be oversold, and above 50 would be overbought. But you know, overbought levels would be 70 and 30. Yes. So I would be like, okay, we're above 50 now. We're going up to 70 to be overbought, and then below 50 we're going down to 30 to be oversold. So yeah, you're right. But on the daily, I don't see it going to the extreme that much compared to um, the lower time frames, especially when we were at all-time highs last year. We were at 5,600. That was extreme. That was on the weekly as well, bro. Like, we were so high up. That was crazy. Okay, guys. So here we are. Are we hitting our TB2 in VIP? Let's see. So close. There it is. And boom. TB2, guys, in VIP. TB2. Right there. Oh, I don't think you're gonna get your retest, bro. Sorry. Uh, 450 plus. Boom. Boom shakalaka. VIP hit TP2, guys. There it is. We might get our buys today. We might get our buys today. Looking good. Aren't you sleepy, bro? I'm sleepy, yes. Because for me it's 4 a.m. in the morning. So I am a bit sleepy, yep. Gonna delete my alerts here now. We don't need them anymore. So we got our missing bottom wick right there. Or not yet, almost. 29.4. Like to see if there's any kind of reaction from the order block here. If there's no reaction, guys, then I'm expecting price to come directly down to my buy zone, which is here at 3,975 to 3,983. So let's see if price can manage to come down below here, or if we can get a bullish candle coming up into the fair value gap to sell down. There it is. That's my missing bottom wick right there. So if price flips now, we can get in for a buy, guys. Let's see. It's either gonna be a small buy up to the sell, or it's gonna be a buy down here. If buys, then TB will be fair value gap. First TB will be the start of the fair value gap, yes. But my second TB would be my sell. Okay. So we just swept the missing bottom wick here and also the beginning of the CPI. Price could start to pump from here, guys. I feel like the fair value gap would be a really, really good sell. Guys, I'm gonna get in for a buy here. 31. 4,031. Stop loss below this fair value gap here, which would be 22 would be invalidation, so like 19, I guess. 19, yeah. TB1 gonna be 120, so that's gonna be 43. Yeah, that makes sense. 4,043, and then TV2 is my 4,054. Okay, so it's just a small buy, guys. It's just a small buy. I want to take it up to sell it down. Okay, I'm looking for the sell to continue down. So I'm buying it here up to the sell. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like this here, so we know that up here that's the sell. I'm just buying it up here. Okay, all right. This is my buy zone here, and there's a lot of liquidity coming up here now. There's also a lot of volume here from this candle. This is the CPI where it broke out. After we came down and swept this low here, then we respected the order block for now. So before this order block will break and we come down and below this 22 level and come down 19 and 10 and everything, I would like to see a top wick here, and I would like to see price at least come up and tap the fair value gap. If it doesn't come up and fill it entirely and then we get in for the sells, then at least come up and tap it would be nice. So let me know entry, guys. Let me know entry. No entry. Let's see it come back up. In buys with you? Nice. Isaac. Anybody else in the buys, guys? Let's gold. $31.5, 31. Let's make up for that stop loss. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see, guys. Currently, we are moving here a little bit. Would like to see this whole candle flip, come up, create that top wick, and come into the fair value gap. Okay. Starting to move, guys. See? All right, guys, we're moving here. 50 plus pips. It has to go up exactly from 31. Nothing has to do anything when it comes to trading, bro. It's it's all speculation, and it's all like high probability, like guessing, if you can say. It's not gambling, but it's like using high probability analysis, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, sentiment analysis to make some guesses on where you think price is gonna go. But if price takes out 30 and 20, then we're going down back to 4,000. The price can easily do that. But I would just assume, or I would expect price to come up to tap the fair value gap first, or come up to my sell zone before that, because in my opinion, if prices move so far down and sweeps 30, which is the psychology level, right? We talked about that before. It sweeps 30. Then after establishing support, it will come up above 40 again, and even 50. Like, price usually moves like, 30 to 50, right? It usually does that. They will come down, sweep that 30, and then come back up, sweep that 50, right? It's and this is also where the CPI started. This is where the CPI started. So after we grab that missing bottom wick and fill the entire candle, it only makes sense for price to come up and retest a little bit, grab some liquidity, right? But yeah, nice entry we got there, because it's not the part of the candle. It's not a part of the candle. So if the if the candle just keeps moving up here, then we entered at the wick. We entered at this liquidity, which is nice. All right, guys, we're moving 60 plus pips here. If this candle closes bullish, more buyers will come in. Yeah, let's see, bro. Let's see. Guys, we're moving here almost 70 pips. Nice entry. Thank you, Golf, for sure. Thank you. Okay, guys, we're moving 70 pips. Let's see how the EMA will react. Or how, let's see how price will react to the EMA. Want price to close bullish here now. Make this your support. How did you spot that entry? Go to the left point. This is the CPI. This is where CPI started. Started here at 29. Where did price come down to? 29. So after it swept that and came back up above, then I entered at 31. Okay, guys. Moving 80 plus pips here. Gonna go risk-free at 40, okay? That'll be 100 pips. Ah, sorry, 41, 41. 41 would be 100 pips. Morning, Goldie. Woke up to VIP sell profits. Hey, let's go, bro. Here we go. And there it is, guys. Go risk-free here. Take partial 100 plus pips. And there you go. Stop loss is just above entry for risk-free trades. And then we're gonna remove the 43. And we're gonna do TP 54 instead. Okay. So consider your 100 pips as the TP for now. Love going risk-free. Yeah. Let's see if we can come back up. So there it is, guys. Price came up close above 41. Now we need a now we need a bottom wick, and then we could see price come up into the fair value gap. Banger entry. I feel so much more confident holding a trade with your hand holding. Hey, let's go, Lynn. Where is your entry exactly? Is it 31.0 or is it 31.4, 31.6, 31.2? Because you remember to be risk-free above entry, Lynn. So if you're in at 31.4, then put your B at 31.6, right? If you're in at 31.6, put your B at 31.8, right? Make sure you are completely risk-free. Let's move it to 31.4 just to make sure that everybody is okay. Now let's see if we can come up to that fabric gap. Still haven't tapped it. So it makes me feel like if we come up and tap it, we are gonna come up to at least the 50%. Feel like that's a good way to do it. 31.6. Okay, then put your B at 31.8, Lynn. Make sure you are completely safe, right? But yeah, guys, what I want to see is for price to start moving up here and then come up to our level here, and then we can see sell-off happening, so we can take it down to my buy zone. Okay, so it's just a small buy to take it down later. But yeah, guys, if you enjoy this kind of trading and you like the way that I analyze and that I trade, sorry about this is my first Asia session and that I'm very very low. I have to see like how my wife is gonna react to all this, and like if I'm waking her up, it's like I have to be quiet, you know, and not as energetic as I usually am during the New York sessions. But if everything goes well and she haven't been noticing anything, then we can put the volume up a little bit later tomorrow, right? During the next Asia session. So it's I'm just doing trial and errors right now. And yeah, if you would like to join the VIP, or if you would like copy trading, or if you would like account management or one-on-one session or boot camp or whatever it is, you just let me know. For account management, then you'd reach out to me. For everything else, you reach out to my team. My team is right here. So that's for everything else than account management. For account management, you reach out to me. So I will send you my link as well. I will forward you to my team if you ask about anything else than account management, okay? So just so you're aware of that. So let's see here if we can make a bottom wick here now and flip and come up here. That will be great. You want to get the missus some earplugs. Nah, it's just I feel like, you know, I always been, you know, live at you wow, I cannot even speak. That's how tired I am. Like I feel like I have always been live during the New York session, and it has not been a problem. I've been screaming, I've been shouting and doing like, you know, and I've been dancing and all that, and it's not been an issue. But now it's Asia session, and usually we sleep during the Asia session, or I don't, but you know, usually she sleeps at Asia session, and she's used to me being quiet and just playing games during Asia session and then looking at the chart, so I don't make any noise. But right now I'm speaking to you guys and I'm playing sounds, and you know, we're looking at the chart together. So if she wakes up or if she feels disturbed by it, I have to talk to her about it, how we can go around it to make sure that it's not gonna be an issue for her. But the earplugs, I wouldn't have her to, change her sleeping schedule or her sleeping routine or anything like that just because I'm streaming. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I don't think she can hear anything because it's in the other room. And I have you know, curtains here that are pretty solid when it comes to sound. But I'm just doing trial and error, see whatever works. And yeah, if I like these Asia sessions and more people are coming in and it's more fun and I can sleep during the New York session, the London session into New York session, that'll be great. But we have to see. Because so far we got the move here, but after this, um, we haven't really gotten into my cells now, and we got 100 pips now. But if price continues going down now, then it will come down here and it will come down to my buy zone first. That means probably we're gonna come up here, and then we might have another reaction, right? So I'd really like to see if price could do something similar to this first before coming further down, right? So yeah. But yeah, we got a really good entry, guys, because we have we're risk free down here, right? So even if price comes down here, we're still in. We're still in and we're not going to be taken out. So it all depends on if this candle is going to react here from the order block now and come up. That'll be great. But yeah. Good morning, Girlcon Gaming. Good morning. We are in a trade in from 31 and we went risk free and took 100 pips partial. So yeah. Let's see, guys. I'll give it another. Yeah, I'll give it. I'll give it another 6 minutes. But just for blocking myself a little bit here, we have copy trading, guys, where you can trade with $1,500 plus, where it's on your own account, and every single trade of mine will be copied to your trading account on my broker, of course, because that's where my system is located. And that's how I can use it and change it and copy to your trading account. But if you don't have that kind of money, if you don't have $1,500, you should go for account management. Account management is basically the same, but you don't have your own account where you put the money in. You deposit the money to me, and then I'm managing the account, hence the name account management. And it would be, and you can do less than $1,500. You can do $1,000. You can also do $500, right? I would not suggest you to do $100 or less than $500 because it's getting really difficult when it's like low money and you are not really moving anywhere and the profit and the growth is going so slow. So I would highly suggest you, if you're interested in hands-free copy trading or account management, that at least you put $500 for account management or $1,500 for copy trading. If you want to put more, that's totally up to you. Like the higher the number, of course, the faster the growth, and the more risk I can take, right? And the more I can scale your account. So yeah, that's something that's available to you, and it's completely free. Doesn't cost anything. You just put the deposit, and I'll trade your account, and we do the profit split. So yeah, it's only profit split. No hidden fees or anything like that. It's just simply profit split. Again, for the account management, which for what? You feel you have better edge doing London session? I don't trade London session, Lynn. So we have taken like 1 or 2 of free trades in VIP doing London session, but it's very rare. Usually it's New York session. 100 account management? No, we don't do $100 account management. That it's simply like we cannot do it. I'm sorry. $500 minimum. $500 minimum. Like it's too risky, bro. It's too risky. Like you can have people flipping an account from $100 to $1,000 and they get lucky, right? but $100 is like with 0.01 on a normal USD 500 to 1 leverage broker. Like if you risk 100 pips, 0.01, that's $10. You can do that 10 times and then your account is gone if it's $100. Profit split depends on how much you are depositing. Enter. If you deposit like $1,500 plus, it's going to be 40-60, right? So 60% for you, 40% for me. But if you deposit more than that, let's say $5,000, right? Then it's going to be what is called 30-70, right? And if you deposit $7,500 plus, then it's going to be 20-80. So that means you get 80%, I get 20%, right? But for copy trading, it's completely different. Copy trading is completely different, guys, because the minimum is $1,500. So that will already take you down to 30-70, right? So you get 70%, I get 30%. So that's completely different. The account management is different because you are putting your funds on top of mine. So it's no longer just your risk, it's also my own risk. I risk my own money. But with copy trading, you only risk your own money because that's your funds, right? And I have nothing to do with that when I just trade it. I just trade your account. So of course I can do lower split when it comes to copy trading. But account management, I have to go higher because I'm also risking my own money, right? Is that monthly basis? No, it's a daily basis, bro. Whatever trade I take, let's say I make $100 today. If our split is 30-70, that means from those $100 that I made today, you're gonna get 70%. So you get $70, and I get 30%, which is $30. So that's how it is. Hey, Fragger, how's it going? Long time. I don't remember your name, to be honest, but have you changed your name, or was your name something else back then, or is your name different on Telegram? I'm so sorry. There's a lot of people coming here, and I just started doing Asia session, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing that. But normally I'm live doing the New York session, so maybe you are called something else. I'm not sure. Is it fine? Is it fine if I enter now?
Get shit
36
on,
is
brother.
50% from entry. It's still doable, but remember we are risk-free, so that means your stop loss would have to be our entry. Otherwise, you're risking to come down into this fair value gap and coming down to hit the previous stop loss, right? Hey, Umar, thank you for the follow. But how do you do that, man? Is our money will be in the other account, or will it be added to your account? Yes. So for copy trading, you make the funds on the you deposit the funds, right? On copy trading, you deposit the funds into your account, but your account is on my broker. So I can connect my account to your account, and then it will be copied automatically. If you do account management, obviously I cannot do that because account management is going to be on my account, and my account has nothing to do with you. That means I'm going to put your money on top of my money. So if you do $500, and I put $500 on top of my 100K account, for example, right? That means you trade $500 on top of that 100K. So when I go to 200K, of course, you're gonna get your split of that $500 profit up to those 200K. But the 100K is mine, right? So that's why the split is higher, right? So that's the difference. So we have people who are doing 7,500, for example, and then I say, okay, if you do that, you get 20%. You get 80%, and I get 20%, right? I get 20% and you get 80% because they are willing to put almost 10% of my own account. So if I have 100K, $10,000 would be 10% of my account, right? They are risking. They're willing to risk 10% of my account. Then I give them 80% and I get 20%. For account management, it's totally different, right? If you put $7,500, you should get the full split, right? Because you put that amount of money, which is crazy because that's your money, right? So you are willing to risk that kind of money. I'm risking the most when it's coming to account management, but yeah, it depends on who you're doing it with. We have people with $500, we have people with $1,000, we have people with $1,500, we have people with $5,000, we have people with $7,500. It depends on what you're willing to risk. Only risk what you can afford to lose, right? And of course, follow your budget and also follow your own risk management, right? Do we see prices still pushing? It looks like it's still pushing, yeah. How often can you withdraw profit split on account management? On account management, it has to be monthly because it's on my own account, which means I cannot just, transfer it directly to you. I have to take the money out, put it into an account, and then send it to you, right? Where on copy trading, I don't have to do it. It happens automatically because we're in the same broker. We're in the same broker and we have two separated accounts, which means my account is going to do the trade. The trade is going to be transferred to your account. The profit comes in on your account, and then the profit stays in your account, but my profit also comes into your account, and then it will withdraw that profit to me. Whether you just want to compound that account and keep going and growing on that account with your profit, that's up to you, or if you want to withdraw that profit. So basically, you could withdraw daily if you wanted to, but like then you're not going to compound a lot and you're not going to grow your account a lot. So I would recommend like monthly on both. But for account management, it can sometimes be like every 2 months or 3 months because we have to compound more, right? Because you're coming in with the low funds, bring the big funds, right? But for copy trading, it's all your money, so of course you can do it monthly. But let's say like Jakar, let's say I make $10,000 on your account. It's not gonna happen on a $100 account or $500 account or $1,500 account like right away, right? But let's say I get the best trade and I went in high. I went in with a lot of risk and you made $10,000. Then technically you could just withdraw like 24 hours later, because of those $10,000 you would get your 7,000 and I will get my $3,000, right? So you could just withdraw those $7,000 and start over with $1,500. It's up to you, but you're just not compounding if you're not growing your account, because I only have your funds to trade with. So when you withdraw, what's left on the account, that's what I'm trading. And if you get down below $1,500, I cannot trade for you, man, because it's too much risk. You get what I mean? But yeah, guys, we are moving. We are moving a bit. But yeah, guys, reach out to my team for copy trading and for VIP and for bootcamp and for one-on-one session, and reach out to me for account management. Okay? Let's see if we can move up here. It's now 5 for me. So guys, I gotta go to bed. But yeah, you know how it is. We're risk-free, 31.4. If we go below 31.4, you are out of the trade. I want price to come up into the fair value gap and not get rejected here, but continue filling the fair value gap, coming up to the order block. Once it comes up to the order block, you could be looking for sales around 54 with stop loss above the highs. But wait for confirmation. If you don't get confirmation, you wait with the next trade up here, sweeping this similar to this or this, right? So that could be 3 potential trades here, here, and here. But I have to go to bed, guys. It's 5. So I will put my TB, guys. I'll put my TB at 54, and I will put my other trades TB at 50. And if price comes up here, I will have a alert so I can wake up and then check if I should take the trade here or if I should take the trade up here. Okay? So I will see you for next Asia session. Look, overall, what I'm looking for is for price to keep dumping and coming down to my buy zone. I have buys below here. So once we sweep 83, my buys would be here. Okay, and then I'm expecting price to come all the way up here, 4,300 to 4,400. And if price doesn't get a major rejection from this level here, then I'm expecting price to follow up and come up to the 4-hour high here, 4-hour high here, or the daily high here, right? So there's a bunch of liquidity here, guys. There's a bunch of liquidity here. So if price can manage to come up here, use this as support, and come all the way up here, then it's looking like we are flipping, right? But until then, we are in a downtrend. 200 daily moving average is still here at 4,500, and it's exactly at the 50% of 4,000 to 5,000, so that's interesting. So if we can come up here and use this as a support, then the rally will start to all-time high. Okay, guys? So sleep well if you're going to sleep, and have a nice day if you're not going to sleep. I'll see you for the next one, and thanks you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Seen anybody do the things you do before.